TV sunye mama wadro ema wakwaba emfambra enwumere no nsia kase bobreso ebraso se enwumere nsema hodo ya boaboa no don hwiri baako entemu no yade ebesumu se ITV kase ensemi efroman mu obi maso nsem dwedie ena afi eye akudie mu ensem wo abefo tintan so no ITV Ghana ensenia television bo modern sense nsema hodo no obe comment ya like ya share ede amaye na afoforo nso ehunu de ekoso kasoa nyenya no kwantimpono so anti Mercy Junction aha ani ebutu a enwumai yede nsema hodo no eba besumu ensema hodo edibe sumu e wakasiye mu de bedi mu akotiri bi NSA Ghana mampani apaw eye 1 million coders programmer eba beboani nano enam abefo kwan dwumedia hodo so ebenam so ama enwuma bebre nano aba wo eye ensefufuro mu so eye 2024 running mate at the NPP flag bearer Dr. Mahmoud Bogomia dia tudwa sanya dia 2028 wo be pre eye omampania kensi ewo maimu abato ebeto na eye mamprosi eye prince so dia tudwa se IGP ejinesi wotuye efa eye bokon sensema wodi etu mebunanim se obehwe ameyafo mo ewo posi aso eye no sansema wokaye no enya ade a etweye ni nyina so bia yebekoso akọ asantemantemu ankase ade hye kire se wo hwe eye bridge a ewo no ma atete apansam enunti ehumehia sempinifo behwe honsem na wo mo aka wei ene afoforo binum eka ho ane de ba besumu sai TV enwumre no nsia kase me amaje penie me de nsema hodo ma besumu medi ede ajuwa pinama ye na ye homba ye ba ye bedo nsem ni nemu asukọ ede amamu
Minua me no ye Islam in perspective dwumadie ewo ITV so mami nka wa ni gisem bia ansampa wote no wo Islam in perspective dwumadie so no Alhaji Ibrahim Bonso Adaroma waboaboa ni nyina no e de aye book bia what in the mercy of God mu no ye wo 84 topics nanso mercy of God enwoma ba ko bia wo befa no ubenya ensemti ana topics miensa enewo mercy of God mume ba ku bia eye 9 CDs waye the mercy of God mume enchemu miensa first package no eye 10 different books are 30 topics enewo watete so adeje 70 CDs mercy of God package tosu mienu nso eye 10 different books are and also 30 topics ewom and also watete so adeje 70 CDs of a third package so 8 different books and a room into 24 topics and a room and also watete so added the 56 CDs now so engume emuba ku biara wo beto no 9 CDs wo benya the mercy of God mu may be ato ewo ITV aso ya ewo kasoa yenya no road Anti-Mercy Junction ha. Anasa ubetumi aye mobile money their farm mobile number 0558 607210. Sa upe dudu etu ana upe echira kwan a ubetumi afre
0558 607210. Other four shadin so say obiara obeto nguma 28 ni nyina no. Obete so di aje no 170 CDs.
The mercy of God. Kwanchira papa. Minua me no ye Islam in perspective dwumadie ewo ITV so. Mami nka wa ni gisem bia. Ansampa wote no wo Islam in perspective dwumadie so no. Alhaji Ibrahim Bonso Adaroma waboaboa ni nyina no e de aye book bia what in the mercy of God mu no ye wo 84 topics nanso mercy of God enwoma ba ko bia wo befa no ubenya ensemti ana topics miensa enewo mercy of God mu me ba ko bia eye 9 CDs waye the mercy of God mu me enchemu miensa first package no eye 10 different books are 30 topics.
Mamenda wasisa wajibre na odi atwen ya fe yendo nsem ni nemu esuko na aban alanchi 1 million coders program ani ni nano etumupo ene se ebeboa na abefo kwanso no emebunu bebre na no benye adwuma aye ewom ebeboa so amansesemu kese pa aba omai Ghana emu wodwumedie no ase no mpenifo etitiri ana bepie mu ewase eye technology sector mpenifo ebae government agencies and afi development partners women na ebae se de beya dwumedie no wombetumi ahyemu kena na wodwumedie no ase no ana Ghana mampeni His Excellency what in some say tuja.
Technology is not just a tool, it is a force for equality, social mobility, transparency, and empowerment if it is used wisely and inclusively. It can rebuild our institutions, connect our communities, and transform our economy. But to achieve this, it must be accessible to all and guided by a clear national purpose. This is that purpose. This is Ghana's moment to rise, to lead, to shape the future. And so with pride and with faith in the extraordinary potential of the Ghanaian people, it is my honor and privilege to officially declare the 1 million coders program duly launched. The one on the birthday cakes doesn't take this long. May this serve as a beacon of opportunity for every Ghanaian and a bold statement to the world that Ghana is ready. I thank you and may God bless our homeland Ghana.
Wabra one more page medie ne ho entomano ononyamfo Sam George our communications minister esoso kasa nsemi etuja.
Ghana, it is estimated that only 7% of the youth have access to structured digital training, and across sub-Saharan Africa nearly 60% of our young people lack foundational digital skills. This gap isn't just a missed opportunity, it's a barrier to progress, and we must break it down. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the 1 Million Coders program will provide comprehensive training in coding and digital skills initially in 4 locations and later spread out nationwide. Ghana India Kofi Annan Center of Excellence in ICT, where we are this morning, is leading the content creation and training of the program. The center has developed a standardized curriculum in multiple digital disciplines at the beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels to create a uniform training ecosystem for all Ghanaians, irrespective of the part of our country in which they reside. The initial courses for the pilot include Certified Cybersecurity Professional, Certified Network Support Technician, Certified Data Protection Manager, Certified Data Protection Expert, Certified Data Protection Officer, Certified Data Protection Professional, and Data Analyst Associate. Mr. President, we planned to do the pilot with 260 students. But within the first 4 hours of announcing, we had over 4,000 applications. We decided to do a double track and do 520. As at this morning, about 30 minutes ago, the number of applications we have received is 91,847 applications.
Yantua and some no so and Mauna 2024 running mate at my NPP Amanyokono a year Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe wano and a year running mate a year 2024 mu na a ban about 2028 a be Brenano Kase and shall be Nasi and Tuno so Abba se or Mampini or my Ghana mu. Nano and what to know to watch your Mr. Sansam no Caribbean one my womb. What is someone now to dry our brand National Executive Committee, who a share a one cry, and no Anna Brown will be and one is some truffle Edisa and Comoy.
So for you are just going to obey whatever the report says.
If you don't want to obey what the report says, you don't want to be a member of the party. Because what is in a single person's mind or utterances doesn't decide for the party. It's a good thing. So even though there are skeptics, there are cynics, there are doubters, all manner of people who will say all manner of things, if the majority decides that we hold the report, we will stick to the report. The last time I checked, he hasn't seen me come in with 100%. Have you? I said that if somebody who is a comedian is using my name and is filling calls, I'm very, very happy. I thank him because he's putting my name in there out for free. But I'll let my lawyers write to him so we share the proceeds, the revenue, because I want to employ. My interest now immediate is to get a united party for a flag bearer in 2024. Me personally, yes. No, I'm not running 2020.
But would you like to run as vice presidential candidate?
Yet was one from Mudia, a year Mr. Awudu Ahmed Guma, wano a man pussy him at the bar. I will free a year boko. What you told you send and send to me over IGP in summer. What they echo to dry our boko so over here. I'm a noble ya for more. I will post you Jumani Mas and some no a and Simbia. Nanka win ya pay yes and some IGP. Dibra will cry a woman gun and more so. And until some fatas what is some no cry. Ebe to dry.
IGP came to do in Boko. It's not only a goof, but it's a mark of incompetence. You know, in the first place, I want the media to understand that there's nothing like Boku youth. We have Kusasi youth, we have Mampusi youth, we have Moshi youth, we have Bisa youth, we even have Hausa youth. You know, so when you clump everything and say Boku youth, it doesn't make sense. Those who are perpetrating the crimes in Boko are the Kusasi youth. You know, and it's unfortunate that when the IGP came to Boko, he decided to only go to the Kusasi side and he left the Mampushi side. You know, I mean, we are all stakeholders in this conflict. Then a whole IGP will come and then go only to the Kusasi side and then neglect the other sides. I mean, I think you should have even tried to visit other stakeholders, not only the Mampushis, but also the Moshis, the Bises, the Houses, and the Dagombes. We have a large Dagomba community also in Boko. He should have tried to visit all these people, but I don't know what happened, you know. And then he did not only that, but he even went beyond that to apologize to criminals and seek forgiveness from criminals. That is something I don't understand. That the whole IGP, these Kutasi youth are killing police people. They are burning houses of police people. The house of the divisional police commander was burnt. You know, the police barracks was burnt. You know, and they have previously killed a policewoman, and you IGP will come and ask for forgiveness from people, criminals who are attacking your people. Okay. You know, and I mean, what about the morale? You are just beating down the morale of the police force, and now they are running away. Police in Binduri and Pusga have all run to Boko. You know, so imagine that right now in Pusga and Binduri, there are no police people. So the citizens are at the mercy of these criminals. You know, and not only that. Now he went beyond that to promise Kusasi youth positions in the police, a recruitment to the police service. I mean, what is this? What is this? And you see, when he did all these things, you know, and he was going away, the youth hooted at him. The Kusasi youth hooted at him and fired at his car. I don't know whether you saw the pictures. Yes. So you see, all these things, they have done all these things to embolden the Kusasi youth. They are now so bold, they think that they can even fight the military. You know, and that's good for this country. We Mampushis, we are very peace-loving. You know, we are law-abiding. That is why you don't see us fighting any security or any military person. We know they are there to protect us. They are there in Boko to protect us. You know, and we respect them. You know, and we live with them. We try to make their work easy. We meet with them from time to time to address security issues about the town. We don't attack them, you know. And so the idea of emboldening Kusasis to the extent that they now think that they can fight the military, you know, is something that, you know, the government needs to look into. You know, I mean, if you allow this to continue, there's going to be anarchy.
Brashe bedwenya wono na wowo Madina Francis Xavier Sosu wodi ato Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection Dr. Agnes na Momolati se ehobehia se enimonimu yayi womo be power witchcraft bill no se de be ya wodi be kwa akoma aban ama wodi ne nsa ahye ase na abeye emra esanse na nsentemi wo hwe wo ma ye bo mu be yie e wo mai Ghana mu a atete wo mu efem na ha adwempa ye we ni na no enam na nsentemi Amnesty International wo mu dwumedie bi a wodan no edi an wato din e wo potoka semu se Ghana branded for life ni na no efa atete a wodo a ebinum ye bo mu be yie na enam so ma nika say ebinum kura be bi omo wo mpo mo busuafo ehwehwe omo eno enenam so a Madina mrahye bedweni ede sansemi ya tudwa.
First of all, I want to commend Amnesty International Ghana for taking up this challenge to do a very comprehensive field work in this area. In fact, I have had a chance to visit about 5 of the witch camps, and most of the issues that they raised in this report that borders on identities, borders on discrimination against women, borders on violation of right to life, right to dignity. These are very valid reports that they have made, and I'm hoping that this will give us a call to action. Obviously, from the conversation we've had today, it's obvious that there is a need for government to take urgent steps to do something about the situation. Honorable Gender Minister has shown extreme interest and passion for this bill. So if through the government we can process this bill as an urgent bill, so there wouldn't even be the need for us to take it as private bill. So sometimes taking these steps as private members are part of the agenda setting and as part of the advocacy. So I'm hoping that as a matter of urgency, we can actually migrate this bill from private bill into government bill for it to have the urgent attention, so it can be passed under the certificate of urgency, so our women and vulnerable mothers can be protected. The message to our leaders is that the issue of witchcraft accusation is a very serious one. When you are accused of being a witch, in some communities it amounts to a death sentence, and so whatever we can do to take away this practice, we should do.
Yantu ansam no so enfama na 2024 Director of Communications na wada ano anazisa wade wabua NPP Frank etuni wo 2024 abatu oni mo Dr. Mahmoud Gomia Miracles abuache wade atudwa chemusa wo hwe NPP aban bra no wo so a na NDC fo ka galamse ho asempa wo chirimu se sanse wono ne nsahya asienti ena nam so anu wontumi nkasa anam se wontumi tu galamse ase se NDC abanye wo so nenso akoba ne se galamse dwumedi a ekoso e wo maiga ne mu no enya ade a wonhu wontumi emfa embra enhu apono so amma nkofo endi so anam se galamse ne yentu so sa na wode atodwa achemu se wo hwe nsema wodo na NDC amanyoko no no mo eka ho nsema na ase wo mo eba no na nko mbetu galamse ase kura ne so se no enya ade wotumi ayi bibi.
Tell me one thing that this government has done in the past 4 months about Galamsey that was not in existence as 7 January 2025 when they took over power. River guards. Do you know when river guards were commissioned in this country by the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources? River guards with their boats, with their drones. They have been there all this while. This is not the first batch of river guards. They are still there. So, and it's on your portals. Go to My Joy Online. Your news people follow it. So river guards is not something that the government, a novelty that the government has brought, which this country hasn't seen before to fight Galamsey. Is that what you promised us? Something that we were doing already, that you claim was not giving us results? That's what you are doing?
Membuno kwa womo ewo eye Mambusi Youth Association dia to abayenim. Womo chimu se wo hwe boko ensensema ama ne homene so ewo ho no ma. Womo dia de srede dia to abayenim se ni se wo gine obi afa. Wonwe se wo de emra ebeye adwuma. De ne ho bomu ewo eye boko ensensem wonwe se asotwe se fata no wo de ebema no. Wochimu se wo hwe boko ensensem ni nyina no eya hinsi ho ensensem ama ne homene so. Enne nam so a mente me ho ase asoro waka ewo ho no mo na wochimu se wo hwe sansem yikura asante hin wotumfo se tutu otosumienu woginem a wo hwe se asumdwe mapa ebetumi abeni nti omo dan wotumfo se obetu ni na yesi sansem no eso no waka ho ensem na wonsem trofo nhemu ase no ana eye Dr. Imoro Isa wono ene ye executive member eka eye Mampusi eye Youth Association ensem sei ana wodi tuja.
The facts show that it is the Kusasi youth who are engaged in these acts of violence against the state, and they have actually publicly accepted this. So there is absolutely no need, as you leave here today, we implore you to stick to the facts. It is the Kusasi youth who are fighting against the state. 3, we call upon the government and the Ghana Police Service to steadfastly uphold the rule of law and not yield to threats and unlawful demands emanating from the Kusasi youth. 4, we humbly implore His Majesty Otumfo Asante-Hene Osei-Tutu II, the esteemed mediator, to take due note of this escalating pattern of aggression and bad faith exhibited by the Kusasis, which continues to undermine the prospects for a smooth mediation and a peaceful resolution of this matter. 5, we demand the immediate resumption of armed escorts or armed security escorts on the Boku Bolgatanga Pulimakom Road and the Boku Kulugungu Road to restore free movement of people and goods and to safeguard livelihoods that are currently under severe threat. We have told you that as of today, for the past 2 weeks, nobody can travel from Boko to Bolga.
Osman Karima, a member ewo Mampulugu Youth Association, what the Adishredia called the Aman Central for say. Bokon Semua Ekosway, say, would it be betuja edia fanwa? Ayan waya she pa, Adudwana Ekase, a hinsie hun chirwasho, and a namswa, Sayo Ekoso Elhono, was say media has ya who don't show reportage, one about Montana Efas and Semi Ehun.
Tribes that are inhabited in Boku. So when the IGP visits one side, and that is the Kusasi youth, we urge the media to make it known to Ghanaians that this is the Kusasi youth. And they are those perpetrating crime and trying to destabilize the peace of this country. Not only Boku, just like our presenter said, if the state doesn't nip this in the bud, anytime they say there is an action, comes a reaction. And that is what we don't want to see. We don't want to undermine Asante-Hene's mediation process. We are a people of a royal lineage, and we understand what royalty is all about. So that does not mean that there cannot be a reaction anytime there's an action. So at this juncture, I would like to invite the media men who have questions for further interrogations for Dr. Isa to continue.
Nana Kwame Ampedu, a NPP communication team member. What I told you at Musa Wusha NDC Abai, Bosha Woodwa was share air 2024 a year campaign, Brenumwa, Bebrenano, and I want to meet any Subashan 70 what you say. Wakeka bipa amagana for Bebrena so a genitum precope. Nanswane Bushuma, a year Boshan Sama Woodwa Wakeka Nina, and Nadia go to me a deep Nina eso.
So many Juma as Joma. So many soon Juma at Joma. The old say, and no be copacho BC and next month of Capacho. Nema meet 500 Ghana, would bump me here. I am called Nakobi Sobe.
BBC no.
BBC
This year which is ah no it is ka.
Na say registration fee. Na no pay no tiama. Sa no make. I see these people. We money no credit. Two.
Okay, we are mama natural we are.
We are so ya dey say ende wo adwuma mu a na ya ba ho na ya see educators for ba na ya pam. O ma ya dey pa say ya pam ko for adwuma.
Ah ye adwuma man.
Oh say want bui kra yon no no so na ya pam bui for say ya pam afam security. And the San George or say or she will be say we ye adwuma wo communication for 2 good years or say me yiwidi. Because me buy say we MPP na do buy me yiwidi. And the koswa for in other sectors of the economy. It no no ya de. Two or say or no doom so or so be your plan san oko. Na wa be the messiah or buy yes catch you say doom so king is coming back. And then who the one no dem be too more light. Now my for now obi pay adwuma ne bia ya no doom light ya de ba. And then anye or say NDC for wa ben mu a boko eye din ti say ITV na say MPP ba pe na boko asay and then per the records wo ho na do 8 years na boko entokwa no or find lasting solutions to it. And then I meet stories about Boko. It has been there for over 100 and something years before I started moving independence. Because if you say Bimu by the mom assassin, they want to claim ownership. And they did and say Maba. Now Obi no can say a MP before na Emma a Jani a bow more. And then you Kumaku police for. And then IGP airport near body car too. And then IGP because no one dress it to say Sebi or Cold War. Today we are in a war zone. Part of the country is in a war zone. Of which I can hear under John Dramani Mahama, Boko Haram for Baby Room, no más senior. A Jumani Bino. Once one achievement, and I yatina, very broken. Achievement, no, I saw the count, send up pencil, and then the Bokuna escalating more.
Yentu ansam no so emfa emma na ohene foforo kwa wade ne to aka akonwa ewo dunkwa Accra town I no ewo apade nchiwa East Mensimu ewo fifi mantemu eye nana mensa eni a wodi kan wosi nebu aka se wo ba ne potemu honoma miaya wodo bebre nano anankofo ahyiwi ewo honomo sanso ana miaya wodo bebre nano ana wo motonto enrubone ewo ho wo mo mutaye kire eye posifo mu wo kromu honomo akoba ne se yen transfer wo mo emfa foforo emmenti wo mo enne wo mo ahyiwi no aye baako enu ti akoba ne se wo mo epa odebi eto wo no se wo mo kwachi sankofo na wo mo abo wo mo amane ha adwimpa.
We need a hammer. Me am impatient to the base in the bed 10 crown. Bed 10. The person me 2 or more. That's why police for more money. Obi abedi be 15 years. Obi abedi be 10 years. 25 years per hour. It transfer bar. If you say boy. Because what will be a baby or ben I so ben the Juma yi. Because you go base omo atimi fa fono ma fle kila na omo a ono to nu bone no ene de ye ba duty ye ba na ha satre no mu nyina omo dwane ko eno ni ade a high because youth and titrum post school and omo ko sua nu bone no kra school na de ba ene enti akwala ye mo na ba okobona wanya amane timi sra ban a wa ba idie omo nananom omo ye tumi kakra on pone ho kakra mfa maye ye fa mu ye man wo ha si o excavator free ye na excavator free hin eba e free port na eba port e free ban panifo ya ban mu panifo ya wo ha se na obi ni akonto so miensa o ti ni dunkwan tisi a obi ya adwuma kra o chichire kra esi dunkwan hene ena ye adwuma wo oye mine chichire esi dunkwan okwa aboso esi dunkwan na be center utra ofia bridge utra wa na ba dru ameniam frempoma mu a e wona dunkwan na sase pe ya ka nyina ye sebi ayifufo o mo de ntira ha o so mpesua so tibia na de ahye dunkwan sisi anansi ya careful mu wo ko titibra wa ye de chance beje ho deɛ na ɛyɛ nsuo no mu ne yɛtu galamsey ɛne ma abobo yɛ akora nam so te yɛ group no na ɔmabɔ ban no mu dim
Ohini awono ene wo ankafo hwe ankafo so ye biaye a ewo eye Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly ohini awono ene da sa eye biaye ano eye Nana Asankuma a woto so miensa wodi efutuo surunko ede ama George Justice Asa a wono omampani abonidin se da achi bi no ono ebeye mensin krache ewo hono eno nanam so a ohini ede tu nenim sese ko ba ne se wode se di brani ehye ne se wi a one rasa ohini bi a wo Cape Coast bia no obetini enya phone number afenso one rasa en hihye dia wo do ampirifo di egu apono so nyina no obedi so pepe
asi mu rafto ba mo woni de odikan DCs na MCs na wa bo ojunu ma wo ma na wo ma ye ho adwene wo ya ahemfo ba ye de wa ya ahemfala amambre kwano mu o da time bia wo mu ho na ye ntintia wa ahemfie o to bi o da ma kan de afi DC bi o be bia o make sure that obey your hibia telephone number one office ama DC your be you were George Justice Arthur sayame yadom na wo confirm na ma futu ya mede monu there obommodin na onyo hibia Cape Coast traditional area Cape Coast municipal area omo modin obey obian ohibia no nama no ya wa friend no yin edzum komo na nanan so we yana number no so be bi chiro na adwira no so wa friend na so oyin edzum komo so oyen dama on a time bia good relationship will exist between the chiefs and the municipal chief executives so what bandama oyen dama on a time bia ma okodo ukuro bia eyon hini de komo obaka ma okodo won potem biara eyon hini de komo obaka na obende say chief executive nti ma obaka nine nere for hini bia nyehwe a ayinfo so yankasa wo ayinfo yen so yankasa wo dama me yin wor kan sisiala I mean made him one for almost 40 years by the grace of God. Oh, you will next year they celebrate your 40th anniversary as chief of Ankafo. Besides chief executive, one will even an Ankafo no number.
ina swejina aya ohinya wono na obo eye ankafo wasan di nsema tudwa wochiri mu se hubehia se aban ede niema pa egu apono so nhihye ya emu oden ebeko ede ama ahemfo mo ewo omentifedu mantem ekoba na se yedi ohini bi esi akonwa ewo honuma ehubehia se bema na so ai se enya ade obehwe ama basabasa yo akoso ewo mpotem honumo wochiri mu se na sentem wo hwe boko ensensema enye nne ni nina no efa hinsi hu nsensema ekoba na sanso a no man ni hwiri sika ewo ho ejapade awodo enema basabasa bi no mo hwiri omo nkwa ni nina ya ade bi a ha adwene wode sansam wani na to yama no bofo to yenkra ewo mfimfin mantem Emmanuel Kobina Asa enim say
why ade mo ye yo wa Ghana ha nti otumofo afi de yesre na yaka otumofo mba ye orban so otumofo yambe ye na adom na Ghana fo ye boana maboko nsamansama sotwa ye maboko fo won ye ho adwene de yakun ya ye wie ya pia wo mu ndinso ohini bi oboku bia ondinso da ohwe ma ne nkrofo kun a we wie wo ma yan dam so ya hwe wo ma yan dam ya hwe da ohini bia ndinso ewo boku ewo na brongo ewo bembila in short wo ba han northern chiefs wo mo bia ndinso onsia da ma ne nkrofo kun a we wie na kun odo so dodo oye da bomba Ghana ya mobile dodo o magana ye says kadodo enwa na wo maame na wo papa wa akɔ wɔyɛ adze ma ɔyɛ yɛ wɔ Ghana ha nti otumfoɔ afi de yɛsrɛ
egusia ofa yedru su no ye beko eyedwedie mu ensem ne so ansana no ye na ye homra sisia. Mame na wasisa wajibre na wodi atwen ye bo radwedie mu ensem mu dia MTN Mobile Money Limited wo mo edi ya no nsem akọ edi ama customer bi a wo chi mo send account na senye me bi a sheda nko yi wa bra na wo yi eye sika eye 11,000 edi free eye the wallet emu.
Wasansem way MTN Mobile Money Limited etrese won hwehwemu a won maye ede afa sansem hu ina no kyeremu a wo ya no na efum kakra a enam so masa ayo esie wo social media post ya MTN Ghana eyeye no won mo ekyeremu ese wo ya a sansem atono no ya de a won mo hwehwemu ene find this ya hodo ni ina no ekogina ase information bi a esese wodi esie no sensitive information no wono no enya de ekọ sa a eno no ebeto dwa one time password na afei one time verification link no wo ma eno no edede ma enam so ma wono mo a ebu nipa bi ebu kata efa so no enya sa information no erefa na account no ho a wono mo etimi withdraw sa sika twitwidie 11,000 Ghana cedis edi free na account emu na wo kyeremu a sa unauthorized withdrawal ekọ so a wo ya ne nsanim wonim ho hwe enye wono na etim so ansa sa sika no free na account mo no wo kyerese wono de won approve transaction bia sesa sika enfi na account mu a sa sika etisa no etimi afi na account mu na eno no wo say wa bra sa sika afi na account mu no wo bo MTN Ghana wono mo ahomammo se dia esienie wono mo ka kyerɛ ne se won twen 15 working days wo bete wono mo enka na so nya de wote bibia edi free wono mo enchen.
Enyumre no sia Kasie na ogusu a wo hwe ofedru so no eye agodie mu ensem sports doctor Sly wa ya krado na sana no ye na ya homra sisia.
TV so mami nka wa niji sembie ansampa oten wo Islamic perspective dwumedie so no Alhaji Ibrahim Bonso Adaroma waboaboa ni nyina no e de aye book bi a what in the mercy of God mu